Hi, my name is Jenny Fan.
Luis Valles.
My name is Irene Suleiman.
I'm Josh Simons. I'm a PhD student in the government department.
I am a master's student in the program called Masters in Design Engineering.
I am a student at the business school.
I'm a Master in Public Policy candidate at the Harvard Kennedy School.
My thesis is on content moderation, specifically how can we design collaborative decision-making tools to help people weigh in on what's hate speech, what's offensive, what kind of information should be in our public space. It's a question that has long existed in how we handle our publics, but now translating that into the digital space, especially with the election and news of Russian trolls and hate speech and regular cyberbullies, the idea of how we regulate what is said in digital platforms is kind of a reflection of how we live our life online now.
The research that I'm interested in is how business structures for digital businesses combined with the way that they make decisions around how they gather and process their data impacts the end users in terms of ethical concerns. So right now, businesses are in fact making choices and decisions in how they deploy their technologies and how that affects people. So this is a problem and a question that's like super relevant today because businesses aren't used to asking these questions in day-to-day operations. There's just not a lot of internal information about it.
So my work looks at the way that machine learning as a technological tool is political. And in particular, every time you use machine learning, you make choices about how you design a model, how you integrate it into your decision-making system. And those choices shape who wins and who loses, how a problem is seen, and how the structures of power change over time. So given that, there are a bunch of questions you can ask about institutions justifying their machine learning models, how we should think about discrimination, and how we should think about fairness.
My thesis research, here we call it a PAE, a policy analysis exercise, is really trying to bridge the technology policy gap and encourage public-private partnership in privacy regulation. So one of my big questions is how does a privacy regulation like GDPR or CCPA in California affect AI research, so machine learning algorithms that use large data sets? I would like to help bridge the technology policy gap and ensure that regulations are not seen as an inconvenience, but as something that is necessary for protecting users and constituents. Both private enterprise and researchers have an obligation to their users, and a government has an obligation to its constituents and citizens, and usually that's the same base. So both are trying to serve the same people, and I do believe strongly that a privacy regulation serves both.